Hi, my name is Sandra. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I am filming this video, number one, super late on Sunday evening. Just time seemed to go away from me. I don't know what it is, but it is 9:30 on Sunday night and I've got so many things to do. So I'll actually show you what I did today before I start getting into like the weekly update. So this is my main planner. This is my Olivia binder by Franklin. She is. Loving it. It is so full right now and I love it. So this is today. So the check marks, okay? So there's only a few things I am transferring to tomorrow. The biggest thing I didn't get done was my Makeup Monday video for tomorrow. I was going to change my schedule and do weekly, but I don't think it's possible. I just don't have the time to, let alone film, but to edit the video as it was seen today, and we didn't even hardly do anything around the house. So that's a lot said there. I also didn't organize my daughter's closet, which I wanted to do really bad, and I was going to do this printing out an expense sheet in my budget book, just kind of for bills. If you watch my budget videos, you'll maybe know what I mean. We did not go swimming today. We stayed home instead. So, but I'm going to get into that in my my compact. So here's my compact. I'm still in the Miranda binder from Franklin. I did just finish filming the compact video. So this is what my binder looks like right now at the front. I did cut down some of my half letter inserts to fit my compact. And this is just the vellum. And then I have my other stuff underneath. This is actually, whoops, as my pen decides to fall out of there. This is an envelope from Vancouver. They have like a Chinatown there. One of my husband's family members went there a couple months ago, and they had given us a gift for Logan, gave us money, and anyway, it was this cute little card, and I kept the envelope because it was adorable, and it's like red and it matches this kind of. So anyway, it looks really good in the black and white binder. I'm going to go straight to the previous Monday, which was still the end of May. So I've got a whole bunch of notes here. So this is what my binder is looking like. I've been putting my tasks here, and I have been putting all of my notes in pink so I can kind of differentiate where my notes are for my weekly update videos. So I wrote, oh yeah, I was having a really bad day on Monday. Monday was super bad. I think I was at the start of my cycle and I was so grumpy. And I mean, I've had a baby. I was pregnant for the longest time, and you don't get that way when you're pregnant. At least I didn't. I kind of felt just kind of chill throughout my whole pregnancy, and I forgot what having hormones was like. So yeah, it was rough. Like I did not want to be that person and be all grumpy and stuff, but I was snappy, and I could tell I was, and I just couldn't seem to stop. It makes everybody else miserable too, and I don't want to do that to people, but it is what it is. It happened, and there's nothing I can do about it to change it. That was voting day. So here in Alberta, Conservatives won. Right, I said I haven't done Connor's homework, so you guys will see that in all of my videos. I write, need to do homework. And basically, our motivation is gone. So this week, he kind of had a cold, and this is my older son, my 9-year-old, kind of had a cold. And it wasn't bad. He had like a little bit of a cough and sniffles. He went to school Monday, he skipped Tuesday, went to school Wednesday, and then was off Thursday, Friday. And so, and this track and field day was on Friday. It was hard because it's always hard when my son is home with my daughter. They fight a lot. They never get along. I think there was one day he was like super good, and my baby slept like for 2 or 3 hours, and that was when my daughter went for a nap too, and my older son was actually quiet. He does have ADHD, so he suffers a little bit in the attention span. I actually got his hearing tested, and this is before they started doing the hearing test when babies are born now. Now they do them automatically. So I had him in 2014, and they didn't do a hearing test back then, and so I was like, okay, well, he's not listening to me. Like, I can call his name 5 times and he won't even like lift his head. So I went and got his hearing test done, and he's fine. And it's simply because, not because he doesn't care, but he's so busy doing something else that he literally doesn't hear me. So I just have to be extra patient with him. Like it's frustrating for me, but I also have to understand that it's not something that he can control. So, I mean, he will have to have coping mechanisms when he's older, and that's kind of up to me to learn that and then teach him. And he can learn some of that on his own, I think, too. But it's just being a little bit more patient with him. And it's hard when you're stressed out and you're anxious about stuff. And, it's hard. It's a learning curve for everybody, but we're getting there. We're getting better. Okay. So I wrote down both of our motivation is gone. He has no interest in reading. He has no interest in doing homework. He doesn't tell me he has homework until the morning that he has to go to school, which is also frustrating because he tells me 5 minutes before we need to leave out the door. So I did all of my journaling. So Monday is my journaling day. I did my kids' journals. I did my tarot reading, my oracle reading, and then I also did I call it my MEG. It means manifestation, affirmation, and gratitude. I do it once weekly. I should do it more, but I write about 5 things for each topic, like 5 manifestations, 5 affirmations, 5 gratitudes for every Monday. And then here's something it's going to be interesting, and I haven't started it yet. Have you guys heard of the app called Better Me? It is basically, they advertise it as being wall Pilates on, like, I don't know, I don't even know where I saw it, maybe a Facebook ad or something. I downloaded it. You pay $44 for 3 months. That's the cheapest way you can pay. And I haven't even tried it yet because seriously, it is a lack of time. I have no time. And we'll kind of go through as I talk about the week. For the most part, like, I talk about all of these things that I've done throughout each day. But the biggest thing that takes up my time is holding my son Logan. So he does not sleep well. I have to hold him all the time. And it is a struggle. Like, I struggle to do dishes. I struggle to do laundry. I struggle to do anything. Like, look after my daughter half the time. It's so hard. As soon as I put him down, he cries. And it's just really frustrating for me. And it's so difficult. And I'm hoping it will get better as he gets older. Okay, so for Tuesday, let's see what I did. I edited my weekly update video. So that was last week's video. I edited the video. Okay, I received my jeans agenda. Oh, right. And I finished my blog but before supper, so that was late. So technically, I wake up, or I attempt to wake up at 5 every day, and I work from 5 to 7. And then I wake my son up, I feed him, I wake my other kids up at 7:30, and get my son ready for school, and drag my daughter out the door, because half the time she never wants to come. So that day, I did not get my blog done before 7. I don't know what I was doing. It might have been a sleep-in day. I didn't write that in here, but I might have slept in. So the main thing is I edited the weekly update video because that one's meant to be posted for Wednesday, 10 o'clock. So I got that done. And then I finished the blog, but again, right before supper. So I didn't actually finish it during the day even. And then that was like a last minute thing. My June Jane's Agenda box subscription came in. And so I thought, you know what? Let me quickly film the video, edit it, and get it up. Because that was what I found with cloth and paper. I would get my subscription box, I would do the video, and then I would post it like 3-4 days later. And by then, there was already 5 videos up on cloth and paper, and who would watch mine? So I wanted to get mine up first, and I did it so quickly. Because I find that even here in Alberta, I get things so slowly. Like something that should have been like somebody in the States would get, I get it a week or 2 later. So it's really frustrating. So I just want to try to be prompt with everything, right? I want my videos to be current. I want them to be like now in the moment, not like, a week later, which unfortunately can't be said for my Sephora haul. Talk about that in a minute. Okay, so Wednesday. So I wrote down not too busy today. So Wednesday is technically, I do budget. And now before I was filming my budget, now I am no longer filming it, but I still do a budget, okay? It's just a little bit easier because I don't have to film it. There's not as much prep work involved. I just go ahead, write it out, which is weird. It was a weird day because writing out my budget, not filming it, it was the first official time I had done that. It was weird because I didn't film it. And then Wednesday is also my sticker design day. And I did one thing, and I want to show you guys, but I don't have my iPad here. it was basically a tracker sticker. So what I did, so for my compact inserts, I only have like these plain, like the basic Franklin Covey ones. These were like the quarter pack from April to June, and I only have up till June. So I ordered the Her Point of View inserts day on 2 page for this planner, and hopefully they're coming because I haven't received a notification for them. I don't know if they're coming or not, but I don't like how it doesn't have a tracker area on the daily pages. So on Her Point of View, it has like a picture on the left hand side of the page on like where the schedule would be and where the task list is, and it cuts off a big chunk of the task list. So on a normal planner like here, this one has the tasks and then a little habit area here and then the schedule. So on the Her Point of View, it has a picture here and then the monthly calendar right here, so like the future calendars. So I made little stickers that are more like wide than they are tall, and I'm going to see if they fit, and I'll put that on top of the months, and then I can track. It's very personal. It's like percussions for my son, it's my water intake, my journaling. So I want to do something that is a little bit less personal and post those on my page. So I'll eventually sell them. I just have to figure out what I want to write in there, and I might do blank ones. I might do like, healthy ones like water, workout, medication, vitamins, stuff like that. So just like generic ones that everybody can use. But I need to print them and see if they actually fit my compact planner when I get it. Okay, so because I only did one thing, I think I focused on stickers for literally 15-20 minutes that day. And again, it was because my son Logan was just so needy. I tried so hard to get him to sleep. I was trying all day, and he finally fell asleep. I think it was close to maybe 2:15. So I was like, Danica, let's come outside so that we don't wake up Logan. So we came outside, and by the time I got everything settled, I got my planners out here, my iPad out here, because I'm outside sitting at my patio table. I'll show you guys around here quick too. We had a fun day. I'll talk about that in a minute. But by the time I actually sat down to design, it was probably close to 2:45, and I had to go pick up my son at 3 or around 3. So anyway, it's frustrating because I find I never focus on sticker design. And then when I have appointments for my son on Wednesday for Logan, I just don't get the time to design at all. So it's like I need to find a different day to do it. I have taken out the budgeting, but now I need to just focus on it more. Okay, so this is my little page finder from Jane's agenda from the June box. I just wanted to share that. I'm going to go to the next day in June. So that was it June 1st, which was a Thursday. So this is the second day my son stayed home. I got lots of work done. So I said busy day, just kept adding to the task list, and I said show main planner. So that was Thursday the 1st. So I'm going to flip to the 1st and see. Oh yeah, it was. Holy. Okay, this was like a really busy day, and I did get lots of stuff done, but I feel like there was still lots of stuff that I moved forward. So again, everything's backward, but I did fully use my planner. The whole thing is written on, even the notes pages. You can see all the check marks, but there's also quite a few transfers to the next day or whatever. But I had some additional stuff down here. I forgot that it was the 1st, so I only had my analytics, which includes my financials, analytics, statistics for my website and blog. I also have my budget close, which I like to do on the day of. I just had so much work, and I wrote out my task card notes, so that's what the order I want my task cards in. So I still have to do task cards because I haven't got to it yet, and that's again for my classic. Oh, it was crazy. I did so much work. And generally the only thing I do on that day is I film my plan with me and I edit it, and that should be it. And I did so much other stuff because it fell on the 1st. Okay, so here's what I wrote. My Franklin order hasn't shown shipping yet, and I may have done something else. May have ordered another classic binder. No, it's not leather. And I'm not going to tell you guys until I get it. I'm so excited because I'll do a Franklin haul. I'll see if both orders will come around the same time, and maybe I can just do it all in one. But I'm really excited to share it with you. And I might use it for next month. I think I will, because it's kind of going to go with the Jane subscription box. So we'll see. I'm excited. Oh, here's a hint too. It'll also go with the new Planners Anonymous Coastal Escape kit. A little bit. yeah, we'll wait and see. I'll show you guys. I'm excited. Okay, so then oh yeah, I got notification on my phone because I have an Apple, like an iPhone. On Apple News, it said Nova Scotia has unprecedented wildfires. So there are wildfires raging from like BC. Usually BC and Alberta get hit the hardest because we have the most natural forest. I mean, Ontario does, but Ontario is a bit more, they have more like moisture in their atmosphere because they're right by the Great Lakes. I mean, it's always humid, right? So they don't get as many fires as we do here. And Alberta is so dry, so we add the wind, the lack of moisture, the lack of like rain, like our lakes are all dried up to nothing basically. And then up Nova Scotia, like, I mean, Nova Scotia is a very tiny province, you guys, and there's so much of it on fire, which is so scary. So many residents had to be relocated into a safe zone. So I just, like, I pray for those people. I'm not religious, but I'm praying for them because like it would be so scary to be in that situation. So it's crazy. We need rain. We need so much rain for like a week or two is what we need. And then the other thing that happened, so we had wicked thunderstorms for the last 3 days prior to this. So I guess it would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we had hail one day. It was only small hail, so maybe like dime sized, but it came down for 5 minutes and the ground was white. I should have taken a picture. It looked like it had snow on the ground. It was so cool. And then we had sunshine the same time as the hail. Go figure. That's Alberta weather for you. And there was also a rainbow. I remember seeing a rainbow. And then the last thunderstorm we had, it was loud. The lightning and the thunder were so bad. Didn't rain much. That's the funny thing about these storms. There's hardly any rain. We have intense lightning, intense thunder, and no rain. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys too, I wish I'd taken a video or a picture of this, but when we were coming back from Two Hills the week before from my husband's grandma's funeral, we were driving down this country road, and in the middle of this field, I saw a dust devil. I have never seen a dust devil in my life. This is kind of a little history, completely off topic, so I apologize, but when I was younger, when I took my first degree at the University of Alberta, I went in for atmospheric science. That was my passion. I was so excited about it. I loved math. I loved physics. They were my two best subjects. And I wanted to study the atmosphere and the weather. And I did. I studied that. But then I learned in order to be a meteorologist, you had to go down to the States. You had to take these tests. And you had to study more. I don't know where exactly, but you couldn't end there. You had to get like pretty much a PhD or a master's degree. And I wasn't willing to do that at the time. I just had a basic science degree. But I majored in atmospheric physics, and I just wanted to be a storm chaser so bad. Like the movie Tornado, was it Twister? No, Twister. The movie Twister with Helen Hunt. Like, I love that movie. And by the way, I heard that they're coming out with the second one. I don't know if I'm right. That's just what I heard, but that would be exciting. But yeah, I've never seen an actual tornado. So for me to see this twister, it was just the coolest thing ever. It was like, it wasn't a twister, it was a landspout. Not even a landspout. It's basically happens when the heat differs at certain levels of air. And it was so cool because the ground must have been really, really hot. And this little like dirt devil just like twisted up and you could see the dirt and everything. It looked like a little tornado, but it was a mini one. And it was so cool. And generally they're not harmful. They don't hurt like buildings or people or anything. But anyway, I thought I'd throw that in there. Okay, so Friday. This Friday we weren't supposed to go on date night. And Friday is when my husband got the news that he would start night shift on Monday. So it's not only night shift that he's going to be starting, it's also going to be 6 days and with 1 day off, which is going to be tough. He starts tomorrow night. It's Sunday that I'm filming this video. He starts Monday night. And he'll basically work Monday through to Saturday night, sleep in Sunday till whenever he wakes up, say it's 1 o'clock or noon, right? And then that night he has to stay up all night again. So that's going to be very hard for him. And technically he would get up at like 2 o'clock, spend the afternoon with us, and then be at work for 6 again. So he's basically home with us for like 4 or 5 hours. So it's going to be very, very tough. And we're just going to have to see how it goes for the first few days. But anyway, that's the day he found out. So I talked to my mom, and she's like, yeah, I'll babysit because Chad won't be able to go to karaoke for a long time. So we were like, okay, perfect. So I think I did, what did I do? I'm going to show a picture too. I have a picture on my phone. I'm going to put it here and you guys can see. It's just me and Chad in the video. I didn't take anyone else, or just in the picture. I didn't take pictures of anybody else, but we had a pretty good time that night. So we did, oh yeah, it was kind of bad because we went to karaoke really late. It was 10 o'clock. We always show up at 9 o'clock, which is when karaoke starts. But my son had a big blowout. So what happened is he hit my dog on the back and I got really mad. She's old and she has arthritis. And so I was afraid that he was going to hurt her, and like, he shouldn't be hitting animals anyway. So I reprimanded him, and I didn't take away his iPad yet, but and that's like the best way to punish him, is just simply take away his iPad. I got mad at him, and then he said something about us hurting him, which we don't. Like, obviously, like, to punish him, we take away his iPad. And then he said something that was a complete lie, and then he got his iPad taken away. And like, nobody else was there. It was just me, my husband, and Connor. So I don't understand why it escalated so quickly. But he does have ADHD, and he's a 9-year-old boy. So I'm thinking, like, I don't know, it's just like this really weird transitional time. And we both got frustrated. He got frustrated, and it continued to escalate until he got sent to his room for half an hour. He got his iPad taken away for the weekend, and it just was so bad. And so by the time my mom showed up at 8 o'clock, she was talking to him about it, and like, kind of, I don't know, if making the situation worse, I guess. I don't know. It's hard because when you're trying to parent and then somebody else kind of steps in, it's just really difficult. But we dealt with it the best that we could at the moment. We left for karaoke at 10, and we literally lived 2 minutes away. So we got there at 10, so it was really late. And then, oh yeah, Connor stayed home. So Friday I felt guilty because my son stayed home again. He sounded really sick in the morning, but he wasn't really sick. So later in the day, he was perfectly fine. And then I felt bad because it was his track and field day. And then I also made my dentist appointment. So they sent me an email for our appointments. So I pressed make an appointment, and then they called me back Friday. So they called me back, and I made the appointment for Monday. So I'll be going to the dentist with my daughter tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. Mine is just a cleaning, and hers is a checkup and a cleaning. So we'll be done, thankfully, because I've had this on my list for a very, very long time. Okay, so now we move on to Saturday. This was yesterday. So I woke up at 8:30. I really wanted to sleep in, but my daughter woke up, and we had gone to bed at 3 o'clock the night when we went out for karaoke Friday. So I did my planning stuff. I do my planning stuff every single morning. And then I made breakfast. I think it was about 10:30 I made breakfast. So I do scrambled eggs, bacon, hash browns, and toast. And I'd make it a whole bunch because my mom was there with my kids, and we all eat it. And then my mom had to go to Walmart. So my son was going to go back with her to sleep over. So they were going to go, no, they went to Sobeys, not Walmart. We were all going to go to Sobeys. So we went too. And then we did Walmart right after. And this is why I hate shopping on the weekend, because Walmart and Sobeys were so busy. And it irritates me. Shopping already irritates me the older I get. I find when I was younger, I totally didn't mind. But now I'm finding it's really hard to like be around people. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It irritates me. I get so irritated, and I almost get claustrophobic, if that makes sense. And people pushing their carts and like butting in line, and even talking about it like bothers me, and it gives me anxiety almost. And I did nothing on Saturday. So I was supposed to do my weekly update video. I was supposed to do a whole bunch of work, get my makeup video done, and I did nothing. Okay, and then today, the weather, you guys, it was 30 degrees Celsius today. So I'm not sure if you can, like, I think I've tanned. It's hard for me to tell. I think I have, but I don't know. It's still pretty light out for being like 9:30 at night. So I did a whole bunch I actually didn't even write it in here. I didn't do any of my filming or editing today. I filmed my compact video just before this video, so it got done at nighttime. This morning, what did I do? I did my planning. I actually hung my new shower curtain, so that was good. I've been meaning to do that all week, and I finally got it done today. We did 2 loads of laundry, and we did the dishes, and well, my mom technically did the dishes for us. We canceled swimming, and we decided to hang out in the yard and play water balloons, which I'll show you guys in a minute here. And basically our yard is a mess. And I also wanted to do a garden vlog, but probably today is not the best day because it's getting darker. So I'll probably wait until maybe tomorrow, next week or something. And plus, the longer I wait, the better the flowers will look. But yeah, it was so hot today, and we all just hung outside. And then about 6 o'clock, I had a barbecue. We had hamburgers, and it was such a good day. Like, I took a whole bunch of pictures, so maybe I'll put some pictures in there if I can find a good one. We had drinks in the backyard. Our patio umbrella is up. It's still up, actually. We ran out of propane, but we had just enough. My husband tilted it upside down. We had just enough to finish the hamburger, so that was good. But yeah, we had an overall great week. So the challenges coming up will be try working night shift starting tomorrow. So we'll talk more about that next week. And maybe next week we'll do the garden vlog. I was just going to show you guys a picture of the yard. It's kind of a mess because we had such a busy day. Or maybe not a picture. I'll just kind of turn around the camera and show you guys. Okay, so here it is. You can see the water balloons. It's too bad that they don't make them biodegradable so that they can just blend in with the ground. But I think that would be the best thing. But there's my plant. Here's the patio umbrella that's up, and I'm just sitting here at my chair. This is the rest of my yard. So I was sitting over here behind, this wasn't up the other day, but behind that, I had my chair up last week. And then here are my plants, my fuchsias, and I've got more plants on the other side. These are my petunias here. They're budding. I've also got one right there, that purple one. But yeah. And as you saw the balloons, we had the pool going and the water table, and there's a bigger pool. Oops, I'm hiding on the other side of the garage over here. And that is, it's got like a slide going down into it. So my daughter was playing with that. So that is all there is to show. And then I just have my barbecue right beside me here and another plant up there. Oh, and then my planters are here on the table with me. All right. Okay, so that's all there is to show and talk about this week. So as per usual, if you guys have any questions, please leave them down below for me. Again, I would be happy to do like a Q&A type thing, or maybe just answer whatever questions you guys have throughout the week, and then I'll either wait for next week and answer them and talk about them a bit. I might still leave some notes, you know, in the comments, so I'll just talk about it with you guys. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.